Everyone to occupy your seats. I request everyone to occupy your seats, please.
Assalamu alaikum once again. Good morning. Good morning. So, my name is Mohammad Hanif. I'm the co-founder and CTO of Novigo Solutions. We run a IT company which originated in Mangalore, but we run a global operations from Mangalore. We have been working in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia for more than 10 years now. So, we are here to do our first roadshow in Middle East as part of Karnataka Digital Economy Mission, which we call it as Kdem. Now, just to set things in perspective for people who may not be aware of the landscape back in India, so Karnataka is a southern state of India where we are known for our capital city, Bengaluru, which is called as the Silicon Valley of India. But we are here to promote Mangalore, which is a beautiful coastal city. It's a beach city. So we are here along with people from the government, different industry bodies, and from different businesses who are running successful operations in Mangalore to promote Mangalore as the Silicon Beach of India. So I begin by introducing the team for today. We have with us the CEO of Karnataka Digital Economy Mission, Mr. Sanjeev Gupta with us. We have with us Mr. Bhaskar Verma from NASSCOM. He's heading the Karnataka chapter for NASSCOM. NASSCOM was the first industry body way back in the early 80s or the late early 90s to set up an industry body in India, which was initiated by Mr. Narayan Murthy. We have with us Praveen Kalbavi from Confederation of Indian Industry. He's also my partner and CEO of Novigo Solutions. We have with us Mr. Rohit Bhatt. He is wearing multiple hats today. He's part of Karnataka Digital Economy Mission Mangalore cluster. He's also the founding chairman of TIE Mangalore. He also had the first successful exit from a IT company in Mangalore, where he sold his company RoboSoft for $100 million. So we also have with us Mr. Shyam Prasad Hebar. He is heading global BPO operations from Mangalore called GlowTouch, where they have more than 3,000 people operating out of Mangalore and that region. We have with us Ashit Kdem, who is representing Canara Chamber of Commerce. So the idea here is the Karnataka government, as part of the Kdem initiative, they want to do certain things for growing the ecosystem outside Bangalore. So the representatives of Kdem are here. Along with that, all the industry bodies from the Mangalore region, the KCCI, CII, other representatives, all of them are here. And the successful businesses originated from Mangalore to show to all the audience here how you can set up operations in a tier 2 city like Mangalore and successfully run your operations from there. So we are all collaborating together to have this roadshow here to showcase Mangalore to all of you and also tell you what are the policy initiatives that government is having to facilitate a tier 2 city like Mangalore. So I welcome you all for this roadshow, and now I'll request the CEO of Karnataka Digital Economy Mission, Mr. Sanjeev Gupta, to please, we'll start with the introduction. So, okay, we will start with a quick round of introduction of all the audience. So I'll pass on the mic. Mukesh, if you have a mic there, you can. You can start with your name and the company, and if you want to briefly tell about what you do, it would be useful for the audience here. Name, company that you represent, and what you do.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammed Yunus. I am the CEO of a company called Santec contracting company, as well as I'm also representing, we run another company called Future Ambition. It is also IT related. To know, this is, I think, it's very good platform to connect back home. I think we're looking forward to work together. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Ibrahim Hussain from Rakwani Group of Companies. I'm the CEO. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Amjad Khan. I am from Rakwani Medical Company.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Anwar Sadat Ahmed. I am representing from the Best Solution, Heavy Equipment Rental.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhammad Saeed Hijmadi. I'm from Bahrain. We are running one company. It's called KMK, Khalifa bin Muhammad Abdullah Al Khalifa Establishment. Thank you very much.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Ahmad Hussain from Eastern Alliance Company, CEO from Mangalore. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Myself, Abdul Hamid Ashkaf. I'm CEO of Plant Solution Group of Companies.
Assalamu alaikum. Myself, Ashraf Karnire from Expertise Contracting Company as a Vice President.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Abdullah Abu Bsheit. I'm CEO of Abdulaziz Abu Bsheit and Partners Company.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdul Manan Faridi. I'm Business Development Manager for Abu Bsheit and Partners Scaffolding and Insulation Company. And we are working with the Saudi Aramco and many industrial giants more than 40 years in the kingdom. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Muhammad Asif, President and CEO and partner of Expertise Contracting Company.
Assalamu alaikum. Myself Sheikh Muhyiddin KM. I am representing Cygnus Solutions. I am the General Manager of Cygnus Solutions. So I'll be explaining about my We are serving few clients across Saudi Arabia, one of them being Expertise Contracting Company. Thank you.
I am Mohammed Siraj, Bekampari. I am the manager from Glotech Trading and Contract Company, Ambo Sanaya.
Myself, Imran Rashid from Eastern Arabia.
Assalamu alaikum. Majid Abdullah, CEO of Glotech.
Very good morning, everyone. I'm Sanjeev Gupta here, the CEO for Karnataka Digital Economy Mission.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Myself, Abdul Aziz, CEO and business consultant of Fahad Al Tamimi. We provide business setup solution and collection corporate cases through we have more than 20 years experience, over 23 lawyers, and thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Zakaria, Al Muzayn Industrial Service Company, CEO of Al Muzayn.
Assalamu alaikum. Myself, Muhammad Farooq. We run power industry, power equipments, rental and trading. I'm the director of Arab Energy.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Haris Musa from Micrographio. It's a Bangalore-based technology-led startup providing fully integrated workspace and workforce solutions. We are present in 22 cities across India and soon to start our solid presence in Mangalore. So,
Very good morning to all of you. My name is Bhaskar. I am Regional Head of Karnataka for NASCOM. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I am Praveen Kumar Kalbavi, co-founder and CEO with Novigo Solutions, an IT services company. Started in Mangalore. Of course, we are in multiple locations, and we have a lot of clients in Middle East too. I'm also the chairman for Confederation of Indian Industry, one of the industry bodies, oldest industry bodies of India, for the Mangalore district.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning. I am Mohammad Awais, Director for Petrocon Engineers and Consultants, Mangalore. We are delivering engineering services and detailed design and engineering services for industrial design, and also we provide the infrastructure design projects services. So we are a team of 900 in India, delivering across Middle East, Southeast Asia, and also within India. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Hello, good morning. Shyam Prasad Hebar here from Mangalore. I'm from the company named Glotech, which is a homegrown company with around 2,000 plus employees stationed in Mangalore. All over the world, I would say it's around 4,000 employees. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Very good morning to one and all. I am the sales head of Maccabi. My name is Mir, and it's a pleasure and honor to be at this platform. Being a Kannadika from Karnataka, and it's a really honor and a pleasure to know that such initiative has been at this platform. On behalf of Maccabi, we wish you all the best, and we look forward to explore opportunities and new avenues to overcome. Thank you so much.
Sanjeev, we have our first LOI for today.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Ihab Nabil Omran, Business Development Manager for McAfee Arabian Company. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ashit Hegde. I'm the Managing Director for a company called Arkiva Supply Chain Technology based in Mangalore. It's a global company, but we have the Asia Pacific office opened in Mangalore, where we basically operate from there to serve all the Middle East to Australian clients. I'm also representing the Chamber of Commerce Mangalore today. I'm one of the directors on the board of Chamber of Commerce, which is the second oldest Chamber of Commerce in India. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Myself Shamim Mohammed, representing Globetech Systems, which is IT and security systems. Also, I'm representing in India, Mangalore, Saspro Technologies, which is also IT and security solutions. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Nasiruddin Ansari, Executive President of NBC. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Myself Rana Asad. I am representing my company as a Khalid Contracting based in Al Khubar. We are providing the general contracting services. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everyone. Myself Asjad Naim. I am a business development manager for Khalid Contracting. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Myself Faraz Muhammad Yusuf. I'm a senior business analyst with Flames of Al-Yamam.
Yeah, good morning and greetings to everyone. This is great initiation from Karnataka. Myself is Teja, business development manager of inspection company, ITIS entity company, as well as I am there is a SATA Telugu community president. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Abdurrahman. I'm representing the company SAS Arabia. We are doing company formation support services as well as offshore support services all over GCC. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning everyone. I am Shahil Ahmed, AGM of Cloud7 Group of Companies.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Very good morning. I am myself Abdul Sattar, CEO of Cloud7 Group, where we have three different companies, Cloud7 Trading and Contracting, where we do service for civil projects and data center services. We have two more startups. One is Cloud7 Drones. We just launched last month for mapping and inspection services. Apart from that, we have Cloud7 Metal Industries, where we have a JV with one of the Indian company. We are doing refractory anchor manufacturing here in Dammam. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Ed Bhaskaran. I work with the Gulf Desert Chemical Company, which is part of Al-Othman Group, and we do supply chemicals mainly for Saudi Aramco and other companies. Thank you.
Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Sheikh Salim and I'm from Mangalore. I represent a company called TrustCon and I work as a director of partnerships. Alongside, I also work for a company called Tech Proxima as a director. We are an IT services and consulting company. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. I'm Lidin, IT manager of Al-Wazan Vision.
Hello, assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Muhammad Arshad. We are representing Al-Wazan Vision. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Wajid Habibi. I work for Al Rashid Petroleum Investment Company as procurement manager.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everyone. This is Anis from Al Yamama Company, project manager for Aramco projects.
Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming here, and it's a pleasure to have you all here. I'm Mubin from V-Lion. We have global operations in 10 locations all over the world, and represent Middle East and Asian operations.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Myself is Muhammad Abdul Nasser. I'm the CEO of Himmat Trading and Contracting Company. We are based in Dammam.
A very good morning to all of you. Myself, Danish Hanif, Director of Tech Silicon Technologies Private Limited, Bangalore, an IT-based company. Also a part of a macro group of company based here in Jubail, Saudi Arabia. Thank you.
Qasim Ahmed, CEO of a property consultant in Dubai. I really appreciate the initiatives of team which is organizing in eastern part on behalf of the Karnataka government.
Assalamu alaikum. Muhammad Al Abdul Karim, NASA Global Engineering, Chief Strategy Officer.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Sandeep Tradja. I'm a technical consultant from NISEC Global Engineering System. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Myself, Abbas, working expertise, public fair affair manager in Jubail. Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Usman from Arabian Arrow Supply Services Company.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Shinil from Jack Trading and Contracting, Jubail.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. This is Adil Hindawi, IT Manager and Application Director for Aliyamama Group.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. This is Asad Munir. I'm working as Assistant Financial Controller in Expertise Contracting Company Limited. Thank you.
Morning and Assalamu alaikum everybody. My name is Adil. I'm representing Abdullah Fuad Group. I'm the Director of Energy, Power, Water sectors.
Good morning. I'm Rohit Bhatt. I'm founder of RoboSoft and 99 Games. The company is based in Mangalore.
Myself, Badruddin, from Worldwide Contracting Company, Al Jubail.
Thank you all of you for that quick introduction. We all know that the eastern province of Saudi Arabia, the cities of Al-Khobar, Dammam and Jubail, they are culturally very well connected to Mangalore. The reason being there are several businesses from Mangalore or businessmen from Mangalore who have come here and set up their operations here. So for all the audience here, Sanjeev, may I now request you to tell all of them what is KDM, what are the policy incentives. So if they have to explore Mangalore as a back office destination, as a IT support destination, as a managed services destination, so what are the incentives from the government that you can facilitate?
Very good morning, all of you. I'm your host, Sanjeev here. On behalf of Government of Karnataka and India, warm welcome to all of you here today. We call this Namaskaram, so please accept my Namaskaram to all of you. It's a pleasure to be here today and meeting the great leaders of the economy of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And I think it's a time when we share a little bit more opportunities that available in the state of Karnataka and why state of Karnataka is important. A background of mine, I started my journey from the Government of India as a bureaucrat, served almost 11 to 12 years there, then run the larger multinational corporations businesses of Accenture, Microsoft, IBM for global operations. Came back to the government and across the government to enable larger economic impact. And this is where my third instinct of my journey is right now going on. With this small introduction of myself, let me introduce the Karnataka state to you. We call as the Karnataka is the host of the digital economy. Just one statement of mine which will make you understand that who we are. When the world was under the COVID and everybody was locked up around the world, the economy was still surviving. And the economy was still surviving because all the stock exchanges operations were running across the globe with the help of Bangalore in Karnataka. People were serving around the world in their offices. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the power of the Karnataka to provide the world economy engine running from one place. All stock exchanges operations runs as a backup operations in Karnataka, in Bangalore. With this introduction, if I take you to the journey of what India is standing today. In last 75 years of the democracy of India, friends, we have seen 100x GDP growth. We have seen 500x per capita income growth. We have seen 500x in the terms of exports and high export values. Well, we have been seeing the rate of growth of a GDP more than around 8% on an average. And some of the years we were around 10% as well. If you see, we have become the 5th largest economy in the world. Very soon, we will be the 3rd largest economy in the world maybe in a 1.5 year, 2 years period of time. We have the 2nd largest population, which is in the field of age group, which is much more productive, around 29 years. And if all these statistics say that the key achievements that have been done is India in the last 75 years, we feel very proud, we feel really great, and we have developed a strong partnership with the various countries across the globe, including Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. With this, what looks like 2047 for India, the next 25 years. Friends, the next 25 years we would be the 2nd largest economy in the world. We would be 10x per capita income going up. The manufacturing index will be somewhere around 15x, reaching to around 6.2 trillion USD. We're looking at FDIs, roughly around $1 trillion of FDIs coming into the country. And we're looking at human per capita income, with the median age still remains 29 and 30 years. So we are there, and we call this as an Amrit Kaal for India. Why we are so confident that will happen? Why we are saying that these numbers are really great for India? And the reasons for it. 1.3 billion population today with a unique digital identity. That means the transition of the digital perspective with every citizen is happening today in India. The potential of digital economy, the potential of growth on technology is huge. And if you look at we are the first #1 in India, in the world, in terms of fintech adoptions. A technology which has enabled every citizen in the country to use platforms for payments, for savings, for credits, for loans, has become tremendous. And in this field, India has become the #1. And we are also optimistic about is that only rural population, which is somewhere around, let's say, 600 to 700 million population in India, around 373 million population still needs to be internet connected. So today, if we are this growth journey in last 75 years, imagine if this population also converted into a digital platform, what does the market look like for the opportunities across the globe? And that is what I'm trying to picturize, that 2047 is just not a vision. It's gonna be a reality based on the statistic that I just shared with you on the screen. And if I take you a little bit more saying that where Karnataka stands as a part of in this journey of India, I'm very happy to share with you. Karnataka is an important state in India and the leading state in India. We are the first in total exports across the Indian states. We call ourselves, and people call ourselves as well, a numero uno state in India, for many reasons for that. First is the first in electronics designs, the first in biotech productions, the #1 in aerospace and defense manufacturing, #1 in startup ranking all across, and I will share a little bit more details. The first in the installed renewable energy sources in India, the first in India's innovation index, and the first in number of R&D centers operating in the state, off across the globe. We feel very proud. Why? Because people respect us as a numero uno. But can we remain numero uno is a question. You know, it's reached to a height, but can you sustain that height, and can you maintain that height of yourself? And that's the question comes in our head. In order to be sustained on that framework, we have designed an organization called as Karnataka Digital Economy Mission. An organization which mission is to promote the digital economy of the state. And we call ourselves as by the industry for the industry. And why it is so? Because the growth of the digital economy in the country and the overall economy, what are the pain points, what are the challenges, what could be the possible solutions in growing the economy is best known to the industry. If the bureaucrat sits in the departments of the ministries and start looking at the solutions without consulting the industry, I'm pretty sure we will be falling apart. We need to understand and collaborate with the industry. And that's the reason that we have set up this organization, which is completely boarded on the industry. And in fact, 51% of the equity of this organization is with the industry, and 49% with the government. But entire OPEX to run the organization comes from the government. So what this means is the industry is sitting on the top seat, sharing their wisdom and knowledge, giving the directions how to resolve certain issues and grow the economy. And we enable through their wisdom and knowledge and guidance in terms of enabling those strategies and executing those strategies as well. In these, we have looked ourselves as a mission. We are looking at a $1 trillion digital economy of the country. You have heard this, our Honorable Prime Minister saying $1 trillion digital economy to be achieved by India. Friends, Karnataka state, one state among the all 35 states in UTs in India, we're looking at to contribute $300 billion to that. One state contributing 1/3 of the India's vision. And if we don't take this stage, the vision will not be a reality. So we're taking the assumption for ourselves. And if that's the case, our state GDP itself will be 40% plus coming up from the digital economy alone. We're looking at 2 million skilled manpower to be coming out from the state on future digital skills, not on as on today's skills. We need to define what those skills will be, put up an ecosystem there, and enable it. Likewise, we have many of those elements. What we do is we become the bridge between the government and the industry. And we have 5 focus areas. Purely looking at one, like you all run the businesses of yours, or P&L. One P&L for me as a mission is growing the IT, ITS, and GCC businesses year-to-year basis every year from the state of Karnataka. Growing the electronic system design manufacturing from the state of Karnataka. And growing the startups in the tech field from the state of Karnataka. If these 3 P&L combined together should contribute $300 billion to a $1 trillion digital economy that India is aspiring for. And to make it happen, there are 2 horizontal layers. One is purely looking at the talent. How do we provide a talent which is futuristic, digital requirement, collaborate with the organizations like NESCOM. My friend, Mr. Bhaskar, is traveled from Bangalore only to meet all of you here and enable that NESCOM is partnering with the state of Karnataka to promote the digital skills and the importance of the digital economy. I'm thankful for him to sparing his quality time and coming down to this place. Thank you, Bhaskar. But this digital skills becomes an important element. And next is, how do we create more? How many of you know Bangalore? Right? We are creating, thank you so much for knowing that. We want to create more Bangalores outside Bangalore as well. So that when you see Mangalore, you see, oh my God, this is just like Bangalore. When you see Mysore, you see great opportunity just like Bangalore. So we are trying to put together a strategy called as Beyond Bangalore, and trying to put together these 3 important locations in the state, which is promising. One is Mangalore today here, to share with you all. If this is the case, some USPs of this mission is, every strategy is designed by the industry. Industry defines what is supposed to be done in the state of Karnataka, and we take up that seriously and start executing that. Industry also owns it in terms of execution powers. So it's a very different USP of this mission which has been collaborated. What we've done in these 5 focus areas, we have defined a macro level strategy. Friends, you must be knowing the concept called as Offshore Development Center, correct? Offshore Development Center, India became an offshore development center long time back, almost 2 decades back. More than this, today we have coined a word called as spoke shore strategy. Instead of offshore, we also talk about a spoke shore. You can have a spoke in Dammam, or you can have a hub in Dammam, and you can have a spoke in Mangalore. So hub and spoke model is what we're calling as a spoke shore strategy. And we'll explain a little bit more deeper onto this. For every vertical, we have defined these cities, these Mangalore, Mysore, and the Belgaum and Hubli, Dharwad, our important cities beyond Bangalore, by a product. Because you're all businessmen. If I come to you and say, let's look at the Mysore, let's look at the Mangalore, you will say, why I should buy your Mangalore story? I need to tell you that there's a product called Mangalore, which will be a winning strategy for you. And in terms of numbers and statistics, then you might engage with us. So we are selling not a city. We are selling a product to you. We are engaging with you on a conversation based on the business lines. We are having a discussion with you to make sure that you grow with your profitability, your operation cost goes down, and we grow ourselves in terms of employment and a collaboration between 2 countries, I would say a state and a country. And that is what we're trying to come here today. Where we are now in terms of progressing, let's just give the numbers. The state of Karnataka, the Karnataka GDP, we are looking at a $1 trillion economy by the state of Karnataka, right? And this is coming up by 2031-32. One state coming up $1 trillion vision to make it happen. And if this case, where will we about the digital economy? Just 3 components. I was saying 40%, but my numbers are projecting $500 billion. That means 50%. Even if I achieve 40%, 45%, I have earned my money, my respect, my ROI of investments. And that is what we are aiming for, to promise the state. Where Karnataka stands for and Bangalore stands for. Friends, we are the #1 city in Asia when we look at the technology city in the world. We are all, as I said, we are #1 in various kinds. The innovation index and etc., the numero uno for that. But let me give you one more example. The exports and FDIs which comes into place. The IT exports. In fact, Mr. Bhaskar will share a little bit more onto this. Karnataka stands #1 in terms of IT exports from India. You know how much total exports goes up to from India? I don't reveal the numbers. Let Bhaskar talk about this in his talk, right? But we are the largest one. Investments in FDIs. You pick up any state in India, we are the #1 of attracting FDIs in India. Year-to-year basis. This state is a promising state. Fortune 500 companies of the world, friends, Fortune 500 companies of the world, and 400 of them have their R&D and innovation center based out of Karnataka and in Bangalore as well, and in Mangalore as well. This is the power of the state of Karnataka. Why they are setting up their R&D and innovations, developing their IPs, new products. And from where? No other place than in Karnataka. If you look at the technology capital of India, multiple nodes, data centers, we are the largest player of data centers in India. And data centers plays a very important, it's just like your brain, which is surviving all the companies across it. We are #1. If you pick up the startups, which is a great story, Karnataka is a startup, Bangalore is a startup capital of India. India has somewhere around 90,000 startup registered. 90,000 startup registered. Karnataka has one state among them, 22,000 plus, only from Karnataka. $165 billion has been raised by startup in India, out of which 65 billion or $66 billion raised only by Karnataka-based startups. 103 unicorns born in the state of India, not state, India as a country, out of which 43 or 44 are only born from Karnataka. Unicorns. So, sir, with due respect, Karnataka is a innovation index #1, and Karnataka is the startup capital of India. In fact, 23 fintech companies has the unicorns, out of which 11 are only from Karnataka. The rest are spread across. I wanted to share these numbers to you, to make you closer to Karnataka, to understand that this Karnataka has an opportunity and a capability here. If you look up the defense and aerospace, pick up the company which is there. We are the #1. Boeing set up their R&D centers now then in Bangalore. They manufacture their gates and etc. for the planes from Bangalore, and they're in tier 2 towns called Belgavi. Likewise, all the public sector of the defense and aerospace operate from there. EV, clean tech, all the new product designs are happening from Karnataka. All the new products of EV and clean tech. If you look at the electronics manufacturing, the names of the companies which manufacture from mobiles to white consumer goods to toys to everybody else to aerospace, defense, automotive, energy, it gives me an energy when I show this chart and says that we are the leading state in electronics manufacturing in the country. All the brands are operating from here. And now we are making a circle around Bangalore and Mysuru as a semicon hub. You all understand how important it is for semicon for the various economy to grow across now, right? And we have set up a semicon cluster in Mysuru now as well. And I'm happy to share because we have got 4 or 5 companies agreed for investment in semicon in Mysuru as well. So apart from just electronics OEM manufacturing, we're actually backing with the important pillar of semicon as well. Why we are so? Because we are also putting together a center of excellence of various kinds in the state of Karnataka and on the latest technologies. The India's largest AI center of excellence is in Karnataka. Highest, Art Park, funded by the government of India and government of Karnataka alone. Pick up any elements of IoT, AI, ML, the deep tech, every center of excellence is there, and there are two premium institutions. And I want to introduce this topic to you, that Center of Excellence on Metaverse is also coming up in Karnataka. Karnataka. I just want to share with you, and if you really liked my story one, just for motivating me, clap for Karnataka for a minute, please. It just gives a power for all of us to engage with you a little bit more. Thank you so much for this generosity towards us. Let me introduce you to the mission that we are working on beyond Bangalore. And this mission is to promote these important clusters. The map that you see on the left-hand side here and on the screen as well shows you the various tags of the regions and popular in the world. And I can share you these pictures also lying on the table as well. We have identified 3 clusters: Mysuru, Mangalore, and Hubli, Belgaum, Dharwad. Mangalore is very close to all of you. We are here to discuss Mangalore more, and my friend will talk about Mangalore. Mr. Rohit Bhatt will come and talk about this later. But I want to talk to you in general. We are trying to define a product for each cluster. For Bangalore, apart from IT, ITS, and GCC, which is very important, we're also promoting an edge on fintech. Just to let you know, India has many public sector banks. Out of those, 8 public sector largest banks were born only from one city called Mangalore. So we are trying to leverage the strength of that city and say, position that now we'll take it a fintech level off and stump towards the Mangalore as a brand. Likewise, looking at cybersecurity in Mysore, likewise looking at AI in Hubli. AI is a great deep tech stuff. And tier 2, tier 3 towns, can they provide the skills? Well, Karnataka is the highest AI resources available for the world. Highest. If saying so, my tier 2 town of Hubli, we don't call tier 2. We call it emerging cities or emerging tech clusters. Because when you say tier 2, you look down. When you look emerging tech cities, you look up with proud. We call them emerging tech cities. In last 18 months, we started with small operations of 50 people of AI company there. I have my 10 companies of AI in this city in last 18 months now, with around 6,000 people trained and employed, serving the global clients in US and everywhere else, from one city called Hubli. You will see the map. Deloitte has published a report about the emerging cities in India. I'm very happy to share with you, Mangalore, Hubli, and Mysore are the prominent places in the India map showing the potential of emerging cities in India. This is where we are trying to push together a journey for us. As I shared a spoke show, you can have a hub of this here, and we give you the entire backup of the support to that level. In last 18 months, we have got some around 45 companies set up their operations. Let's say pick up 20 months. Per month, 2 companies setting up their operations in these clusters. GCCs, IT companies, electronics design companies, etc. Even chip design companies also set up their operations in these clusters. Friends, this is a different journey altogether. If I don't come here and share with you, you will not come to know about what actually is happening around in the state of Karnataka. Your spending quality time here and sitting with us today is heartily welcoming to me, as well as in-depth I'm credited with this part, because I'm getting an opportunity to talk to you about what Karnataka offers and what Karnataka is today. And now when you listen to that part, you will understand that why this is so great. Why Karnataka is so great in terms of this. There's some secret sauce around it. I just give you 4 or 5 things about my secret sauce of Karnataka, opening the secrets of Karnataka to you. A treasure. A treasure which says that there are 6 key offerings that makes the Karnataka most important. Couple of things. 1, industry-driven policies. We have vision groups of IT vision group, startup vision group, electronics vision group, biotech vision groups, led by the industry champions. And this is not there for last 1 or 2 years. It's there for last 2 decades. These vision groups determine what we need to do to grow the Karnataka. So that's the one part of it, that industry-driven policies. The second one, the policies are made. India was talking about our startup. Friends, Karnataka put up the first startup policy in India. When other states are talking about a startup policy now, we are putting up a startup policy 2.0. When IT policy was not even discussed at this level, Karnataka came out with an IT policy first. We are talking about of the way that we run the government perspective in partnership industry. This is one important secret sauce of the success, so to say, of a state of Karnataka. The second one is highly skilled, talented people. Highly skilled, talented people. And it happens why? In every part of the world, you will find that government institutions are there. We're talking about of their engineering colleges or degree colleges, government funded. The state of Karnataka, at one point of time, had only one state-run engineering college, rest everybody was privatized. Why? We wanted to bring the quality people around it. Indian Institute of Sciences, you must have heard about these institutions. It's world-ranking institutions in the research as well, and academics, is based out of Karnataka. The high-quality talent, which was pushed by 100 years back by the kingdom of Mysore, earlier called as the Mysore Kingdom, they put together an ecosystem of providing a talents. And that is today is the backbone of success or story of secret sauce of Karnataka. Well, if you pick up the strategies of the policies, the talent, and the infrastructure, and obviously the weather, makes very important for us. I also want to let you know what we have done into the policies. One is, your business is a single flow process. Friends, a single affidavit of yours that you will follow the rule of the law, you can start your operations tomorrow morning. No approvals are required. And that is the affidavit-based operations allowed by the state of Karnataka. You can take approvals later on. Just an affidavit that what you're doing in the city, what you're putting up together in the state, is as per the law. That's it. And rest we can work around. People talk about of single window clearances. We make it happen, and the Kdem becomes your enabler to make a progress for the exercise. Another secret sauce is the power. As I was talking about it, the quality of the water and the quality of power is very important for the business as well. 63% of the installed capacity is from renewable sources. If you're serving your clients and your business is in Karnataka, you can proudly say that your operations is using a clean tech to serve the client. 63% of the installed capacity is renewable energy. The largest renewable energy installed capacity is in Karnataka. We are a power surplus state. So this all means a lot when you talk about of a business. If you look at the highways, the airports, the logistics, the infrastructure all across, we have ports, we have airports, and almost every city, important city, we have an airport, which is very well connected. And if you look at the entire talent supply, 52 universities, 234 engineering colleges, approximately 1,800 ITIs, and 100,000 PhD scholars. A state giving that level of supply to you. We have 100 plus chip design companies in the state, which is like high-tech engineers working on those fields. This is not my statistics. This is a report published by somebody else. And I'm just quoting them. 51% of the tech talent actually comes from state of Karnataka of India. This is the secret sauce. And apart from this social infrastructure, the life which is required in Karnataka, from the perspective of malls, residentials, hotels, hospitals, the quality of life, schools, is far ahead. The highest number of expats which staying in anywhere in India is in Karnataka. Summary, and for you, you have seen the journey of 2000, 2020s, and 2047. If you believe that 2047 will be a reality, from the perspective of global CEOs, from the perspective of leading tech clusters, from the perspective of global innovation index, global funding, if you believe that 2047, and I firmly believe that, then I just need to say, please become the partner in progress with these all organizations which are working with us. Join us from an individual or organization perspective with me, and enjoy, grow, make happy your employees, your economic growth from the state of Karnataka. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Sanjeev, for all those insights. I'm sure all the audience here are seeing the benefit of leveraging a talent pool in a state like Karnataka. And before I jump into Rohit Bhatt for giving similar insights about the Mangalore cluster, if any of the audience have any specific questions with respect to Kdem or Karnataka policies in general, I'll be happy to pass it on to Sanjeev now. Or we can take it later in the end as well, because we are here till 4 p.m. in the evening. So if you have any immediate questions, I can take that. If not, we can keep it for later in the day. Any questions? Okay, so now we saw about the state of Karnataka, all the data, facts and figures. Now may I request Mr. Rohit Bhatt, who is heading the Mangalore cluster of KDM, to present us data specific to the city that all of us love, Mangalore.
Thank you. Thank you, Hanif, and thanks, Sanju. Wonderful delivery of the advantages of being in Karnataka, the #1 state in our country. Can we have the presentation? So here I am today talking about Mangalore region. That's what our whole roadshow is about. And this has something to do with the larger growth story of India. So India's journey so far of being a large multi-trillion-dollar economy, being the 5th largest economy, was largely powered by the 6 or 7 metro cities in the country, like the Bombay, the Bangalore, the Pune, Hyderabad and all. Okay? But for us to go from being number 5 to number 3 and number 2, we are identified newer economic engines, and these are called as the new economic hubs of the country. Okay? Recently there was a report from Deloitte and NASSCOM, a copy of which is there on your table, which talks and identifies Mangaluru as one of those emerging hubs in the country. Okay? So this is a report produced by the famed Deloitte. It's available there. So without much further ado, let me speak more about Mangaluru. A quick background about myself. I am, as you might have guessed, I am from Mangaluru. I started an IT services company in this region 25 years ago, and I had an opportunity to sell it in 2021 to a Japanese multinational company for $100 million plus. Okay? And I thought maybe I should start something new, and I started a gaming company called 99 Games, which I run now. Okay? Besides 99 Games, I also started a venture capital fund, helped start a venture capital fund in Mangalore region, investing in gaming companies across the country. Okay? So we think we are very, very privileged to be in this time and age, being in the country and focusing on the future growth. Okay? In short, I invest in companies now, I invest in teams, and personally I invest in dreams. Okay? So I invite you today to be a part of the Silicon Beach of India's story. Okay? We have the Silicon Valley of India, which is Bengaluru. Okay? Mangaluru is identified as one of the best emerging hub in the country. And what is this whole thing about? So I am here to take you through that. Okay? So first of all, this is where we are. Okay? Where Saudi Arabia is and where India is, where Mangaluru is in this region. We are very, very close. Okay? There's a close connection. There are a lot of people from our part of the region working in Saudi Arabia, contributing to its economic development. Flight connections are plenty. Right from Mangaluru, we have close to 22 connections every week, to this region. Okay? And within India, this is where we are. Okay? We are already familiar with geographies like Mumbai, there's Bangalore, but the Silicon Beach is there. It is south of Mumbai, south of Goa, and it's in this beautiful place called as Mangaluru. Okay? quick overview of Mangalore. You heard so much about Bangalore, but what is this Mangalore? Okay. In terms of, these are all the statistics for the state of Karnataka. Okay. We are the first, Mangalore is the first in terms of literacy rate. The Mangalore region has the #1 literacy rate compared to any other region in the state. We are second in per capita income, second only to Bangalore. We are second per capita GDP, second only to Bangalore. Second in terms of exports, second only to Bangalore. Okay. Third in Human Development Index, a very important index of overall growth of the region, that is Mangalore. Okay. More than 225 technology companies already in this region. Many are starting up all the time. And the region's GDP is $20 billion. Okay. And these are some of the IT companies that you see on the back on the slide there. And there are some other companies as well. Mangalore has India's largest petrochemical complex in the country. Okay. It is the only city in Karnataka which has all 4 modes of it has a port, it has got an airport, it's got those things that are very unique to that. And Sanjeev talked about it. He talked about the fact that the region contributed 8 of the 22 large nationalized banks to the country. Okay, this region has traditionally been very entrepreneurial driven, and we as this region feel that our time has come now to leapfrog and try to be one of the most successful hubs in the country. Okay. Now coming back to the talent, what is the talent potential? Okay. We are called as a talent capital of the country because we've got 25 plus engineering colleges which produces more than 10,000 engineers every year. Okay. We have got 85 graduation degree colleges which produce more than 40,000 graduates every year. Okay. We have got, more importantly, 15 plus startup incubators. Now, these are all the incubators that are started in these educational institutions, which are encouraging companies to, or students to start up in those, in their facilities, because these campuses are large, a lot of investment going into education, and they are graduating from education to entrepreneurship. That's happening here. Okay. And there are 7 or 8 companies with more than 1,000 people each in their company already in Mangalore. Okay. And overall exporting close to $375 million. I think it is close to 1.5 billion SAR. Okay. So that's us. Now, what are the advantages of being in Mangalore? Okay. Obviously, the cost advantage. Office cost is 30 to 35% lower. People cost again another 30 to 40% lower, and residential costs are again 35 to 40% lower when you compare to a larger city in India, the larger metros. Okay. So this is the cost advantages of India. But more than that, are you compromising on something when you are availing these cost advantages? No. Okay. Mangalore is a city with world-class amenities, for the overall quality of life. The malls, the premium restaurants or entertainment hub, okay, world-class healthcare, and it's all there in this city, and it's already the education hub in the country. Okay. And we are listed as one of the 50 best cities in the world to live in already. Gentlemen, you need to visit us to see for yourself, what Mangalore is about. Okay. Now, what is this? What are we talking about? We have come up with something called the Silicon Beach program. It's a first of its kind. Okay. IT in the coastal region of India with a huge cost saving plus earning advantage. Everybody talks about cost saving. We talk about cost. We are talking about the earning potential, and I'll talk about it a little bit more as we move along. Okay. So what is the Silicon Beach program? Okay. It's a program that helps consolidate this and structure and build the local IT resources, the talent, infrastructure, providing world-class services and products and companies, okay, that can be consumed by companies around the world. Okay. And the unique thing about this program is that it is not a program that is purely discussed by the government only. This is a program where the industry, the local industry participate with the government and helps welcome companies into our region. Okay, so any of you want to come to our region, okay, want to set up an IT back office or an IT services company or a design services company in the region, okay, it is very easy. Many of me and my colleagues are here. You call us or you inform and you reach out to us. We can help you. Sanjeev has his team, which is also very, very helpful. Kdem's team is very helpful. But you can get the perspective of the industry as well, because we have operated in this region for 25 years. Okay, we know the place. We have built businesses. We have sold businesses. We have raised capital, from this region, and we can help you. And this Silicon Beach program is a collaboration between the government as well as the local industry to help welcome companies to our region. Okay. Now, what is the vision? Okay, the vision is to expand. So we have a large, long coastline in Mangalore. Okay, close to 300 kilometers of coastline. Okay, and our vision is to start out from Mangalore and keep creating high-tech hubs and parks on this beach. Okay, we got this beautiful program, and that is probably the story of this region for the next 25 years. Okay, so a very interesting case in point, Bengaluru growth and success happened over a period of 25 years. If you look at Bangalore's IT export back in 1996, it was, I think, around 15 or 16 million US dollars. Okay, now I think it's close to $100 billion. Yeah, it's close to $100 billion. And this happened over a period of 25 years because there are people that work closely, the industry work closely with the government and build that. We think Mangalore can be that next hub. Okay, and what this presents is not just a place where there are cost advantages, there are probably opportunities for companies to invest in our region as well. So while we are talking about the cost advantages, there are opportunities for investment as well for people in this room to build and expand this region and make it a true Silicon Beach of the country. Okay, so the immediate benefits is it's outsourcing your IT, BPO is like back office servicing and engineering services to our region. And today we have one company from each of these segments to talk more about their experience. Okay, and we are all available here even after the event for you to ask us questions. So our premise is very simple. We are talking about world-class quality at a 30%, for 30 to 40% cost benefit. We are all doing, there's one thing very, very important and very close to our heart for every company in Mangalore. Whatever we do, we are not compromising on quality. We are world-class. We have worked with global companies like Apple, we have worked with Mercedes-Benz, we have worked with the global banks, and they come to us again and again because our quality is simply wonderful and bang on the buck. Okay, now we all talk about cost advantages. We like to talk about it as money saved is money earned, right? While our region offers a massive talent pool, access to all these engineers and graduates, a world-class living, okay, and a local cost advantage as well, that I talked about. Our attrition is 70% lower. Okay, I know because when I was running Robosoft, I had offices of Robosoft in Udupi, Mangalore, and then I had offices in Bangalore and I had offices in Mumbai. Okay, our attrition in Udupi was, 1/4 of that was in Bangalore. Okay, and 1/3 of it in Mumbai, because for people, when they decide to come and work in Mangalore, they have made a lifestyle choice, and that gives you more stability, and happier employees are always more productive employees, and they generate more output for you. And my personal experience is that this cost advantage is translated into a 4 to 6% EBITDA advantage for us, when, in our, and, I was speaking to my other colleagues as well, and they were also saying, Rohit, our experience is the same. So, look at our region not just from a cost advantage perspective, look at it from a earning potential as well. Okay, and our happiness index, we love to talk about this because, we are a beautiful region, okay, very, very, vibrant. There's not much of traffic jam, there's no, pollution, right? Okay, it's got, we've got endless beaches and, greenery all over the place. Okay, it's a great place to, have a balanced work and life, which is exciting as well as, blissful, right? So it's world-class work, but, you're not compromising on, your quality of, life. So it's a great place, like I said, seeing is believing. And attrition is lower because balanced work and life environment. So one of the pitfalls of large cities is that you spend a lot of time on commute, you spend a lot of time on these things, which are, not there. You have the benefits, but you have the advantages, but, not any of the large city disadvantages. Okay, uncongested and clean cities. Okay, we are also called as the surfing capital of India. Mangalore is called as the surfing capital of, for the people who are into the sports part of it, adventure part of it. There are so many avenues in our region. Plus, we have got world-class housing, premium housing amenities. We have got great blue flag beaches and state-of-the-art business centers, for businesses to come and operate here. Okay, so overall, if you have connections, if you have roots, in our region, please join us to build on this story. Okay, it's an exciting story that is, being played out, and here is an opportunity for you to be a part of it and help us in building on this story and building one of the future economic engines of India, of Karnataka. And I welcome you all to Mangalore region, and we are here to help you and support you in any which way we can. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rohit, for that passionate speech to invite all of you to set up operations in Mangalore. I must say, it was Rohit who coined the term Silicon Beach of India, and he is really passionate about making that happen. Thank you, Rohit, for coining that beautiful term. And also talking about Mangalore, many of you may not know, the first app on iPhone App Store was created in Mangalore by the Infosys Mangalore team. That was the first app developed for Apple. So we saw that fantastic data being presented by Sanjeev, all the policies being discussed. Rohit passionately spoke about Mangalore. Now, how does all of this connect, right? I mean, there could be businesses in this region who want to explore Mangalore. So how the dots are connected? How does that really work? So to explain that, we have with us Mr. Sheikh Mohiddin, who runs the operations for Signal Solutions as a back office for expertise industries who run their business in this eastern province. So may I invite now Mr. Sheikh Mohiddin to give the facts and figures as to what are the benefits, what are the cost arbitrage, what are the talent pool available in Mangalore. So please.
Thank you, Hanif. Good morning and assalamu alaikum to all of you. I am General Manager for Signal Solutions based out in Mangalore. We started the journey with two motivations. The one is making the best use of the technology. And the second one is definitely the cost or cost benefits to the client companies. So when I talk about the making the best use of technology, today everything is run by internet. We just thought we are connected to the next room through the internet. If we can connect to the next room, the same internet can connect us to another part of the country as well, or another part of the globe as well. So if my next room is here, that can also be there in India. That was a concept which we thought, and we started offshoring, or we started getting the clients, and we started convincing them that your next room is in Mangalore. That's a basic idea. That's a motivation which made us to start our services to the clients with initially we supported our client companies in basic works like ticketing for their employees. When we started, we had an employee strength of 4. Now it's close to 200. Those 4 people, we had some clients from Saudi Arabia, one of them being expertise. We started with expertise, and we started giving only ticketing services, booking the tickets of the employees. Then we thought, oh, our employees are sitting here in Saudi Arabia, the people are sitting in the accounts office and they're doing the accounts. Why can't we do it from Mangalore? So that's where we started with the data entry of accounts. Now we have run up to, from the data entry till the financial report, everything is done in Mangalore office. Along with that, recently we also added statutory compliances for the Saudi market. That is also done from my office in Mangalore. So when I talk about the services, definitely finance and accounting is one of the service. Another one being procurement and sourcing. As you're all sitting over here, the business owners, you know that you are sourcing for your business. When I say sourcing, definitely today is not the world wherein you will be doing the street buying. Your entire business, street buying could be 5 to 10%, but the remaining 90% is the global sourcing. If you can do that global sourcing sitting over here, then why can't from Mangalore? Yes, our procurement and sourcing team, starting from the sourcing, then verification or validations, comparisons, finding the best supplier, all those comparisons and validations are done in Mangalore office. Finally, we give the best supply to our clients, and also the expediting inventory management as well. Technology is supporting us to see what is happening in the other part of the world. So our Mangalore office is watching the warehouse of our clients sitting from that office. So we are connected through cameras and other things. So our people are watching what is happening in the warehouse of our clients. That level, we are doing support for procurement and supply chain management. Then another area where we are supporting the clients is HR, human capital management. Starting from the sourcing from different parts of the world, till the employee comes and lands in expertise office, every documentation and everything is done to him through our Mangalore office. Not only there, the day-to-day operations, HR operations, the entries in the SAP systems, all those are done in Mangalore office till a person exits from the company. His exit formalities are also done in Mangalore office. So that is human capital management. Then we also support our clients in digital media, then IT services, then also, what else we do? Yeah, payment follow-ups, recovery, all these are done from Mangalore office. So in summary, anything which does not need for you to go to the site and execute. Other than that, anything which you sit in front of the computer and do, that can be done from Mangalore. We have the talent, we have the technology. Another advantage doing these things from Mangalore is, one is definitely your process will be done from Mangalore. The second one, India, especially Bangalore and Mangalore, are the IT hubs. So any solutions through the new technologies, it could be artificial intelligence, or it could be new applications, it could be some software solutions that can be done from Mangalore office much better than from here, because the designs, developments, everything is happening in that area. So the solutions are very quick. To give an example, when it comes to one of our clients, we were doing the recruitment and other solutions. So we created our own applications and apps wherein there is no communication of emails and other things. The business owners or the stakeholders sitting over here in Saudi Arabia can use the app and they can see what is happening live in the recruitment front there. So everything, all these supports are done using the technology. I welcome you all to Mangalore, and Mangalore, I also feel proud to say that this is a place where the intelligent people are born, and this is a place from where one of the top companies in Saudi Arabia, Expertise Contracting Company, is born. So the Expertise brothers are from Mangalore. I am very proud to say this. Thank you, one and all. We welcome you to Mangalore.
Thank you, Mr. Sheikh Mohiddin. So we have a proven case study. We spoke about the talent pool available in Mangalore. We spoke about the policy incentives. We have a proven case study in Signal Solutions where they are running a successful back office for operations in Saudi Arabia. I know they even map their work timings to the Saudi work timings. They work from Sunday to Thursday. They work aligned culturally as well. I know they get additional leaves when you have Eid holidays. So all of that is taken care of. So may I now invite Praveen Kalbavi from CII and Ashit Kdem from Canada Chamber of Commerce for a quick discussion here. Praveen and Ashit, thank you for joining me in this discussion. So quickly for the audience, you are the chairman of Confederation of Indian Industry Mangalore chapter. How does CII help businesses in setting up their business back in Mangalore?
Good morning, everyone. CII is one of the oldest industry body in India. You know, it is founded 125 years back. And it primarily acts as a catalyst for the Indian economy growth by helping the industries. There are various aspects that CII takes care of. You know, one being primarily the policy advocacy. You know, CII works closely with the government, both at the central level and the state level, to define the policies for the industries and also make any enhancements or changes, you know, year on year. And the second part of the thing is to assist the business, I mentioned. So it does assistance in terms of, you know, conducting various events, various activities, providing the expertise, providing the expert talks, and conducting some master classes. Also, there is a portal called My CII, where there are a lot of these B2B connects. You can connect with any, you know, member across. So there are 9,000 plus members in India, direct members, as well as 300,000 plus indirect members, where a lot of the associations are part of CII. Now coming specifically to CII Mangalore, which is just 3.5 years old, where besides whatever we take care of from the state and the central, where, you know, if there are any specific challenges from the industry in Mangalore region, we take it up with the state and then work with the government. But besides that, we also brainstorm among ourselves to see what we can do for the local community. So one of the things, you know, as we all heard so far, is about the talent and talent and talent. We spoke about a lot of the numbers. So one thing that we do from CII is to collaborate between the local industries and the education institutions, where we connect with them and then see, one of the challenges that we always see is, you know, education institutions with a lot of these technology enhancements, they may be slightly behind what industry is expecting. So our job is to make sure that they are well connected so that industry works closely with the institutions to get them ready and make them industry ready at the earliest. And besides that, Mangalore, I think again, as we all heard, is a place known for MSMEs, medium and small size, segment businesses, and a lot of the entrepreneurs. There are a lot of these family business. So we work closely with them to organize and collaborate among themselves. And besides that, of course, as a corporate citizen, it is our jobs to take care of sustainability, which is a global issue across. And the last element is about helping the community with the CSR activities. So these are the 4 elements that we do specifically as part of CAI Mangalore.
Thank you, Praveen. No discussion with Praveen is complete unless we bring Infosys into the discussion. So Praveen was one of the first few employees to join Infosys. When he joined Infosys, it was about 200 people. And when he resigned from Infosys, it was 150,000. He was also the head of Infosys Mangalore DC and Trivandrum DCs. So Praveen, you have seen the journey of Infosys from the early days in Mangalore. So in terms of talent, what was it like in Infosys and, in positioning Infosys with other DCs within India, right? How did it pan out?
See, I joined Infosys in 1992, where, as Hanif said, we were around 200 or 250 employees, and it was all in Bangalore, and they didn't have centers anywhere else. And then 93, 94, I was outside the country. But 95, when I came back to Bangalore, Infosys strategically looked at, expanding its locations. And for your information, it was actually Mangalore which was chosen first, other than the Bangalore. All Chennai and all other centers came up much later. So I was, being a part of a Mangalorean crowd, so I was, asked to, I was requested to move to Mangalore, and I was very happy because, I moved to Bangalore for job, and now job is coming to my hometown. And then apparently the next office of Mangalore came to my walk steps to my home, so I could walk home for lunch and even to the snacks. So we started in 95 with the 20 people. And as the strategy initiative, it has actually really helped very well. As again, all the people talked about, it's not just a talent to volume. I can mention that Infosys grew from 20 to, as we speak, it's around 4,000 plus employees in Mangalore. And we have a beautiful campus. And primarily, the people commitment is where we stay apart. Other than, all people talked about, lower attrition and more bonded employee crowd. It's more of, the productivity being very high. People are very, very loyal and committed. And even attrition, because they are closer to hometown, right? The attrition being low. So we used to have Best Development Center awards. And I'm very happy to say that, we used to get, Mangalore Center used to get Best DC awards year on year, because we used to have 4 or 5 parameters. One, of course, the highest productivity, and the second, lowest attrition, and third, very important, client satisfaction. Because Mangalore was serving the clients globally, as Hanif mentioned earlier. First Apple, the app was built from Mangalore, and I was actually heading the retail grocery practice in Mangalore. And we used to serve the clients globally, both in North America and Europe. So that way, I think, overall, in terms of talent pool, year on year, it really helped to grow and make Infosys Mangalore a unique proposition for the entire Infosys itself.
Thank you, Praveen. Also, Infosys Mangalore was the first delivery center outside Bangalore for Infosys, even though they now have centers in Hyderabad, Pune, Bhubaneswar, and all other, tier 1 cities. But it was the tier 2 city of Mangalore, which was the first delivery center for Infosys outside Bangalore. Ashit, a quick glimpse of what Canara Chamber of Commerce, you said, it is the second oldest Chamber of Commerce in India. How Canara Chamber of Commerce can help businesses, set up things easily in Mangalore. And second, you run a global product engineering team from Mangalore. I know the product from Ashit's company. They are in the Gartner report as one of the top 7 supply chain planning and estimation software. So I'd like to hear from you, how do you run such a sophisticated software with the engineering team back in Mangalore?
Yeah, thanks, Sanif. Good morning, everybody. So firstly, regarding KCCI, KCCI is the oldest business body in Mangalore, actually. It started mostly from trading and small manufacturing companies, but later on the focus has been to add, IT, and other service industry as well. In fact, from last 7 years, KCCI is actually one of the leaders in trying to pitch Mangalore as the next big destination for IT and knowledge-based economy. I mean, now of course the Kdem has taken the lead, and we work in support with them. But the initial idea came, I think, when Praveen was also director in KCI 7 years back or 8 years back. They came up with this Vision 2020 document, which actually focused a lot on the IT and other service industry growth in Mangalore, or the knowledge economy growth in Mangalore. Also, one thing I would like to state is, and I think Mangalore is the only place where we have a lot of different industry bodies working together for one common goal. You have the KCCI, you have CII, which Praveen represents. We have KI, which is and then there is a Dakshina Kannada, bus association, and multiple other organizations, which all come together for one goal, which is for the overall development of Mangalore, whether it's economically or socially or whatever factors you want to consider, right? And also, in addition to that, what KCI does is it conducts these frequent sessions to the industry body in Mangalore with all the things that are important to run the industries, and whether it's large industries or small scale industries, whether it's regarding latest GST and taxation rules, whether it's regarding labor laws, or whether it's regarding any other local laws. There are constant touch points where all the members are invited for sessions with experts and so on. We also started the arbitration and dispute resolution court in KCA itself, where now there's a push from even the government of India to try and do arbitration within the bodies, so that we don't have to rely on the delayed legal system. So that's also been started in KCA, and that helps all local companies in trying to mitigate the risk and also speed up in such kind of issues. So all in all, and also another part is the industry and the academic connect, which CI also is doing. Even KCA is involved with MOU with lot of different universities, and so that there is ample opportunity for the students to really scale up and understand the new technology, how they'll be industry ready, and also a lot of opportunity for students to actually get internship, because as whatever you study is one thing, but the real experience in the industries matters. So there's always this connect between the KCI and the universities to try and align like a platform between the students and the businesses to try and find that match to provide the internship, which is actually working really well. So I think from a enabler standpoint, if anybody here wants to come to Mangalore and explore Mangalore, and also see if we can set up something, then KCCI along with all other bodies will create a red carpet for you and enable whatever it's needed. I mean, in terms of getting the clearances, getting the right place for you, showcasing everything that Mangalore can provide. So on behalf of KCCI, I would like to invite you all to come and have a look at Mangalore as your next investment destination. Right. Now regarding second question, Hanif, which is my professional, if I put on my professional hat now, I mean, yes, I mean, when I was in US, I was working for the same company. It's a US-based company, and it's one of the, like Hanif said, one of the leaders in supply chain planning for global manufacturing companies, right? And when I was moving back, I had an option to set up office wherever I wanted in the Asia Pacific region. But I picked Mangalore because, I mean, being a Mangalore, I understand the connect that, that people have with the industries. I mean, one of the key things is, like Praveen mentioned, the attrition rate is very low. And like Rohit also mentioned, the employees are very happy in general. And when you say the happy employees means happy management, which also means, happy customers. So in the end, when you have when you have the employees so content and willing to, give their best to the organization, it will always translate to the growth, because, ultimately your customers are very, very happy. So it is, of course, and the talent as well, in terms of, like Rohit mentioned, there are a lot of universities around Mangalore which is doing a lot of great work, and which are with the latest, they're always ahead of the curve in terms of the industry knowledge and what industry is required. So that way we are able to tap into such talents make sure that we get good homegrown talents to continue to be in the organization. So, so people ask me, such a global company, such a niche company, how are you able to run it from Mangalore? But I think, like they all mentioned, the keys, in terms of how well the ecosystem is and how well the employees are connected to the company, that really helps in terms of running and keeping it as one of the market leaders.
Thank you, Ashit and Praveen, for all those insights.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We saw the case study of Cygnus Solution. We have another similar case study from petrochemical industries. Before I request Mr. Mohammed Owais from Petrocon Engineers, I would like to inform all of you, there is a form in your table. If any of you have the initial thoughts of exploring Mangalore as a back office destination, as a IT destination, so kindly request all of you to fill up the form with the basic information. You may not have 100% clarity at this point of time, but we will try to provide all the clarity today. But this is a long-term journey. This is not a journey where we want to do this event and stop here. We will persist. We will come here again. We will take you to Mangalore. We will facilitate everything that is required for you to set up a successful back office in Mangalore. So please fill in the information if you have the initial thoughts of, starting or exploring Mangalore as a destination. This is the form on your table. So now may I request Mohammed Owais to please come and speak quickly about what you do and how you manage your engineering team in Mangalore.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Myself, Mohammed Owais. I completed my engineering from NITE, Mangalore. My connectivity to Mangalore is the 4 years which I have spent for engineering there. Post my engineering, I was serving L&T and Worley. And later on in the year 2011, I planned to set up an engineering division along with Mr. Rashid, who is my company partner, Abdul Rashid. So we started with a team of 10 people. Today we are 900. We are working, thank you. So we have a team of about 250 resources in Mangalore. We expanded our engineering center at Hyderabad and Mumbai. So today we are delivering, we started with skid packages. Initially the design of skid packages with all multidisciplinary engineering, right from process, mechanical, piping, civil and structural, and electrical instrumentation. Now today we are delivering for onshore and offshore projects for oil and gas, power, food and beverage, pharma, and also onto the solar side. So moreover, it was I can say a tedious journey because engineering requires all disciplines. Basically for plant engineering, we require a group of chemical engineers, mechanical, civil, and electrical instrumentation. When it started at Mangalore, I approached few of the leading companies there, MCF and MRPL, and it was only one statement, Mr. Sushil Chandra Shetty. He told, your business needs a time and a group of 20 to 25 resources to start with. So today, we are delivering for ADNOC. We are working as a subcontractor for Saudi Aramco projects, as a sub-engineering consultant from Mangalore and Hyderabad. And also we are delivering for other clients in Singapore and Malaysia and Uzbekistan and Kazakhstan. So here I would like to tell one of the advantage of Mangalore, the port connectivity. The one thing which I can think, basically those who are thinking of manufacturing division and the logistics. So since there is a port connectivity, it can be an easy delivery to the different clients across the globe. And we have the industrial area, the Baikampadi industrial area, and there are other industrial zones which can be explored for the manufacturing divisions. It can be the chemical injection kits, it can be the metering kits, it can be the process kits, and it can be the modular process modules, which can be fabricated in Baikampadi area and can be transported to the different globes. And we are successful with this. We are doing it with few companies in Middle East, especially in UAE, They are fabricating from the Baikampadi area and they are delivering to the, and we are doing the engineering support for them. So here it's not about IT, here it's the engineering services. So it's mainly for the industrial design. It includes for the different sectors of the industry, right from power, oil and gas, pharma, food and beverage, and it can be onshore and offshore, oil and gas, and pipeline industry. So other than this, we incepted a department for infrastructure, that is BIM, the Building Information and Management, which is a growing sector for us, especially when we have, like the earlier concept of building construction has been changed to the BIM, where you can have the BOQs in advance, and also you have the 3D design of all disciplines coming in the buildings, especially for the stadiums, infrastructure buildings, and also to the commercial complexes. So we are having a team of about 150. We are delivering for the different clients in India and Middle East and Southeast Asia. Other than this, we are also working for the steel fabricators. We are working for one of the leading steel fabricators in Saudi Arabia, that is Arabian Industries, where we are developing the complete design and calculation and drawings for them from Mangalore. So this is the one reason which I would request you, like those who are having the plans to invest in Mangalore, the port connectivity will be an added advantage which can be utilized. And it is one more thing about operation, engineering operation. I would like to go further. I am operating at a cost factor of cost factor of 1 at Mumbai, and I have a cost factor of 0.85 at Hyderabad, whereas at Mangalore, it is a cost factor of 0.7. I can straightforward save 30% compared to the prime cities of India. So that is one of the advantage which I can add on to it. That's it from my side. Thank you. Thank you once again.
Thank you, always. May I now request Bhaskar from NASSCOM to give some insights into the GCCs. Sanjeev and Rohit spoke about global captive centers that have set up their operations in Karnataka. So I want you to give some insights into what NASSCOM has to offer. You have seen the entire journey in NASSCOM of all the GCCs who have come to India. Please.
Sure, thanks, Hanif. First of all, before I go into NASSCOM, GCC, and India, this is my first visit to Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and I'm completely touched with the hospitality. A big round of applause to all of you. Thank you very much for this. Now with that, I will go into what is NASSCOM, and I will pick a cue. I visited one of the organization yesterday, and the feedback what I have received, India is not vocal. Why you are not talking about your story? So from that, I think we are getting from a shy to more vocal. And from our Prime Minister desk, I can tell you, we are saying it's India's decade, and we are going to take the lead. That's how we start our journey in IT and IT services. If I go into NASSCOM, what we do, the way we call NASSCOM, we are the storyteller of India and in India IT services and IT organizations. That's our role. From the 4 strategic imperatives on NASSCOM which works, and you can easily understand why these strategic imperatives are important. Sanjeev talked about, my other colleagues talked about. Our focus, the first strategic imperative we talk about is innovation. It's very important whether you talk about a startup or a GCC or IT services. The role of innovation is most important if you want to take it from here to next 10 years or whether we want to become a global leader, which we already playing a role. We talk about talent. In IT and IT services, I think talent is the only asset. And if you will not nurture and put your money on the talent, I think your future would be in a difficult situation. So talent is the other strategic imperative. I will not touch more on the trust and the policy. We work very closely with the state and central government. to help organizations to nurture in their area. I will share few of the stories what GCCs are doing, and if I have to talk, what is GCC? I don't know how many of you know. It's a global capability center. In a very layman language, the multinational organizations. I will also not use the term back office. Maybe we have used back office for the more understanding. We call it as an extended office or extended arm. That's how we position. I had a meeting with global CEO of Mercedes-Benz around a couple of months back. And the powerful statement that he has made, all the Mercedes cars all across the globe is touched by an Indian. That's the story we are creating. From the automobile, if I go to banking industry, I cannot name the organization because it's not in a public domain. I again had a discussion with the global CEO. I said, how you feel about India? And I asked him point blank whether you think you will exist without India. He said, no, I do not think my organization without India. So that's the story of banking. It's in public domain. One of the GCC target, which is into retail. You will not believe the shooting and the marketing happens in US, but it's all designed in India, the concept to the shooting area, to what would be the content and how they are going to market. So that's what India is creating the story for the globe. If I will move a little bit from the GCC and the innovation angle, and zooming a little bit more on Karnataka, the role of NASSCOM, and which is what I am in charge of. If you will see, we are the highest in the startup program, which Sanjeev has already talked about. We have number of center of excellence, whether you talk about IoT, whether you talk about artificial intelligence, whether you talk about metaverse. And I will tell you, I will again not say tier 2, whether it's a Mangalore or Mysuru. It's the emerging hub, that's how we talk about. There are stories, and I will talk one of the story on the metaverse. One organization from the emerging hub, which is Mysuru, close to Mangalore, they have created something on the hologram, and it's completely on the holosuit. If I talk about our neighboring countries, he has built a 6-foot robo, which is already commissioned in the highest peak of Siachen Glacier, which is managed by our army sitting in India. So that's emerging hub is contributing. If I talk about Mangaluru, if you will see those numbers which we have already talked about, the talent, which is the biggest asset of our industry, that is playing a bigger role. And that's what I was discussing with Sanjeev also. Maybe we are talking on the number of slides, numbers, and all that. We would like to welcome each one of you to come to Mangalore, feel and sense it, and then you will realize what we can do. We are not looking for a back office. Definitely, we would like to collaborate with you and build your journey along with us. That's the story I want to talk about. If there are any questions, how NASSCOM can help, whether in terms of the policy, whether in terms of the connect. I also got an invite from one of the organization, how we can get the stalwarts of Indian IT industry to come and speak in your events in Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So we will definitely look into those and build that. I will talk about the talent, what NASSCOM is doing, which is one of the important tasks. Everyone talks about how we can upskill, and this is the journey everyone is talking about. NASSCOM and Ministry of IT and Telecom, there's a platform called Future Skill. It's completely free of cost for all the citizens of India who are 16 plus years of age. Anyone can go and upskill. So that's kinds of rigor we are thinking of and how we can make India a superpower. That's it, Hanif. With that, over to you. And if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to take now or later, as up to you.
Thank you, Bhaskar. So we will have a quick case study discussion of 2 to 3 minutes from Shamabar about how they are running the back office in Mangalore or the support center from Mangalore before we break for Salah. Just 3 more minutes. And then after the Salah, we can have the Q&A session.
Thanks, Hanif. So, very good afternoon to everyone. It's me, Shyam Prasad here. I would say we started GlowTouch in the name of Diya Systems in Mangalore back in 2001 with 3 employees. And happy to say that today we are 2,000 plus in Mangalore, and in Mysore 300, and all over the world it's around 4,000 employees. So just to say, Mangalore was a starting phase for us with 3 employees, and we were started with the hosting companies, supporting the hosting companies and other pieces. But today we are established in all fields. I would say finance domain, healthcare domain, supply chain, hosting domain, which was the primary thing when we started. All these things together, we have grown. I think most of the things has been covered with all these people, so I don't want to get into all those aspects like talent and other pieces. One thing I would emphasize is we work 24/7. So that is something what we have on the time zone, whichever the people need, that is the time what we work. So that's how we started, and we work in the same line. And we take client as a company, as a family, and clients as a company. So that is how we work, and that is something what is common in Mangalore belt. So we say employees are family, so that it's a family doing a business. With our client is our company, and the clients are our client. I would say that is the way we work on. So coming to the tenure aspect, Mangalore belt, we have, I'm just taking our own company as an example. So we have all our managers with experienced, I would say, all our tenured, experienced managers having more than 9 to 10 years of tenure in our own organization. That would speak about the dedication or honesty towards the company and working to the client. And I will stop here because I have been told only 2 minutes. So thanks everyone, and wish all people to get into Mangalore and see Mangalore once. Thank you.
Thank you, Shyam, for making it short and sweet. So now we will break for Salah for 15 minutes, and then we will join back for answering all the questions that you might have. And Sanjeev is here. We have Bhaskar, so we need to leverage their presence in making it easier for all of us to explore Mangalore as a tier 2 destination. So let us break for prayer now, and then join back in another 15 minutes. Thank you. And we'll also have a quick walk around the floor to take specific questions from all the delegates.
And then that bottom line comes up. Hanif, you're calling?
Yeah. Gentlemen, please, if you can take your seat, we can finish the Q&A and then break for lunch. We have arranged lunch for all of you. So please.
May I request to please take a seat? Shyam,
Kasim
may I
bhai.
request to please take a seat? Thank you.
Zakaria, just 30-second hold on.
Shall we start?
Yeah. Mukesh, can you collect the LOIs? We hear that few have already signed it, if you are in the process of signing.
Hanif, can we start? Hanif?
Yeah.
No, I don't even 2 minutes time.
Sanjeev, all yours.
Okay. Thank you. I can say very good afternoon now, instead of the morning. I just want to take up a couple of minutes. Friends, may I request you to please take a seat who is standing for me. I would request everybody to please take a seat from the back side as well. Zahir, if everybody can take a seat, that will be really great. Thank you. Couple of things which I was thinking around to sharing with you is, one, warm welcome to all of you to the city of Mangalore. Now what it means is, just a phone call away. And we want to show you the real red carpet which is coming up from a city of Mangalore. Your business, which could be in engineering, your business could be in IT, your business could be in real estate, your business could be in petrochemicals or a retail. That is a domain. For us, you are an important stakeholder, and the scale is also not very important. Even if you're looking at exploring, just to understand more, a little bit deeper, that's enough for us to have an interaction with you. And the scale is not looking at that you should have 1,000 people or 100 people or 20 people or 10 people or engineering services, design services, any of this kind. For me, each and every individual of you are equally important. So I request all of you, from this perspective, how do we engage with that? The paper which is lying on your table, just request you to fill up your small information onto that. Give it to us an opportunity to interact with you. Show you a little bit more deeper perspective and your plan of a visit that can be looked into the city of Mangalore. That's one part. Second part is, even if you do that, how do we engage with you from the policy perspective? Just give you some numbers. And why it is important for you to have an understanding on those. For you as a business, it's very important to look at the bottom line. The bottom line of your business is impacting or not. In this bottom line means that, am I able to save your operation cost? Am I able to give you more profitability? Friends, if I give a commitment like this, that minimum 30% is the operational benefits that will be made available to your P&L if you look at Mangalore as a city of your operations as well, without compromising on your anything of your technical stuff, without compromising on your business perspective towards your client. Zero. And if that's the case, your question would be, why do I believe the statement of Sanjeev of 30% impact? Why do you should believe that? The session that we had today is to share some of those experience of the organizations which are based out of Saudi Arabia, has leveraged the benefits of the Mangalore and has shown the impact on the P&L by at least 30% positive side. With this, I'm confident. And I'm confident not just because of we saying that, I'm also confident from the industry anchors who are here, who is also feel that they will be able to contribute to make this 30% possible for you. $1 million business opportunity of yours, of your profitability, 30% add on that, it's good to have it. Think about it. Third point on this part is, how do we justify this? Let me give you some numbers. Why this 30% coming up from? A mere important factor of two things, your infrastructure cost to set up an office here and infrastructure cost set up an office in Mangalore. I was just doing my mathematics. Bare minimum, it is 3 times the cost of your infrastructure here than the infrastructure cost in Mangalore, 3 times. In your local currency, it is 1 unit, or 3 units here, it is 1 unit there in Mangalore. That itself is a huge impact. The second impact comes up in the talent cost. The talent cost which you require to be put up here, it's almost 1/3 again at the cost that we serve there. In fact, I was looking at some of the numbers, it's somewhere it is 1/4 and 1/5 as well in some areas. That's impact in your bottom line. So if I say the cost of infrastructure, the cost of the talent, now the third part, government itself give you cash benefits. Cash benefits of what kind? The power consumption that you do in your office, to some extent of that cap, is made cash benefit to you back. The rentals that you pay in your office spaces in Mangalore city is paid by us as part of the benefits. We also look into from your employees' benefits. You know that employees' benefits are given as per the law by different countries, likewise in India. And it comes to the cost to the employer. We pay the employer contribution to the Provident Fund for 2 years to the employer for the employees that has been based out of that city. So your cost is going down. We have done this mathematics very well. And we can give you the entire P&L setup of your 100 people set up operation here versus the 100 people set up operation in Mangalore. What does the number look like? I would be not aggressive in terms of my numbers. I will be very conservative. But even if I conservatives, that number will be a beautiful number for you because it is impacting minimum 30% of your P&L. And in this case, my request to all of you is that tell me one person who doesn't want to impact positively the P&L by 30%, minimum. Raise your hand who doesn't want this. No one. If all of you want and you're smiling, give us an opportunity to engage with you. And we're just saying engagement. The engagement could be an email interaction, a Zoom call, and a physical visit. We can also plan around here. Expertise, if they can also help us onto this, is 10, 15 people wants to come down. Maybe you can help us. You just land in Mangalore. Rest everything is taken care of. I'll show you the quality talent. I'll take you to the center of excellence of innovations. I'll show you the places where you can operate your offices on. I'll show you the various academic institutions around it, the relative industries places, the well-being of the employees, and the productivity is going up. I show you everything and then. It says that until you see yourself, you won't feel it, you won't believe it. So seeing is believing. So one was experience of the industry to you, which makes you seeing and believing, or hearing and believing. The second would be to look at physically to that place and explore the opportunities with us. Am I making a connection with you through your mind and to your heart? The mind is dollars and heart is between Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and India. Am I making it? If yes, please clap for all of us because we want engagement with you. Please give this forms. My colleague is roaming from table to table. Please fill up this form and give it to us. We will start our discussion onto this front immediately on that. With this, Hanif and my colleagues, anybody else wants to add with me something on this point, please. Okay. Hanif.
I think we will walk around the floor, at least few of us, and take specific questions from people who have been there. Yeah, table by table, yeah. Yeah, we can start with this table. Mr. Asif, CEO of Expertise, I'd like to hear your views on this entire program and your views on how companies here can benefit out of it.
Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. Like the team members of Kdem is trying to deliver the best, whatever the best way they can. But if I ask one question to the crowd, that the same team will be able to improve your bottom line. You might even suspect on them, you might doubt on them that how this team can improve your bottom line. If I ask you the same question, will you able to improve their bottom line or not?
Absolutely, yes.
Yes. Then the question comes, how? Same way, how do you operate here of your HR, of your finance, of your collections, of your administration? It can be done by offshoring, or you call it back office, or you call it whatever the name. By setting up your back office, or you outsource it, the job quality will be done in much better way. Highly talented town or a city, better skills are available. So if Expertise has done last 7 years back, why not our colleagues?
Yeah.
The team doesn't have any personal interest.
Yeah.
They want to, simple, let us not think that, yes, the Mangalore city might benefit, or the individual might benefit, or Indian government can benefit. Apart from that, all of those companies, whoever will try, will definitely able to improve their bottom line first, then the quality, then the talents and everything. A number will keep on going. So I highly recommend, since the team all the way came from a Mangalore city to this town to convey the message, there is a possibility to improve our way of business. Very simple, I am asking. Now, the HR process or the finance or account receivables, even the business development can be done sitting at back office, which is a live example for us. Mr. Mohammed already, Sheikh Moidin already told you guys that he is he is the one who running the show. So if expertise has done successfully, then all of you guys will be able to do it. If you have any doubt how to set up an office, how to outsource it, how to offshore it, contact the subject matter experts are here. They will help you all the way to set up how to save. See, we are not talking about anything else like taxation, benefits, no. I'm saying straight away, you will be able to improve your bottom line. That too, those who are having the large workforce, they will get a huge benefits. So that's the simple message I wanted to deliver. Ashraf wanted to add something?
Thank you, Mr. Asif. Ashraf, your views on this.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank all the Kdem team coming from a long way from India to promote Mangalore. It's a really proud moment because I'm also basically from Mangalore. So I'm very happy for your initiative. It's not your personal initiative. People coming from Canara chambers or different. So it's really a proud moment that we are so happy. Apart from that, I don't want to talk as a Mangalore promotion, as Asif informed you. So what is the benefit as individual companies? So if I go back to expertise, once we started maybe this journey, maybe 5-6 years before, everyone was telling that it is not a good idea to have a back office, it is not easy to control, all the operation is happening here, how you will manage your finance, how you will manage receivable, how you will manage procurement, HR, whatever you say it, IT or anything. But we can assume presently we have almost close to around 180 employees indirectly working. It is because Signa Solution is not our own expertise company. It is again BPO company from Mangalore. They're serving to other companies also. So I can tell because what is the interest of making this process, because we are busy in this country with our own business. So end of the day, it is a bottom line. So I can tell you with the figures, at least expertise is saving per year more than 10 million real. Bottom line, direct hit. Why can't others? Being a finance in our expertise, maybe around 15% working only in main office, 85% working in back office. Even the collection, even the payment, anything, even the HR processing, even from hiring to firing, it's happening from back office. So I request, don't think about Mangalore promotion. You have to think about your companies. You think about your bottom line. It is a secret we are giving to you people. Just, don't put effort to go to the client to have more business and more profit. Just focus in-house. You can at least save big money. Assume, like any CTC for any employees, even you consider the CTC for the labor in Saudi Arabia, it is minimum 6,000 riyal. Minimum CTC, not 6,000, it will go more. Maybe 7,000 riyal if you include all Saudization, Ikama cost, this and everything. You go to the CTC, it is not even 1,000 riyal. Not even 1,000 riyal. You believe me, you will get a BE, Bachelor of Engineering with 10,000 rupees, which is 500 riyal. You include all the office, everything, you consider 1,000. It's a big advantages for the companies. It's a very advantageous. You have to take it, and it is directly benefiting because it's a secret of expertise. We don't want to tell, but it's a businessman. It is ethics. We have to disclose our information sometime. So I request kindly everyone, please think about your company and do this one as a challenge. And I want to only the question from you people. Okay, some like anyone want to start. You have to give them what is the easiest advantages, because we have started ourselves. So they don't have a time to do that. So you have to tell how you can do that. Even example I will tell you, getting a talent in India is very easy. bringing a talent to Saudi is very difficult. So lot of advantages you will get. So this is my kind request, utilize that. And also I really, it's a good momentum that you people are here promoting Mangalore also. I'm so happy for this. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Ashraf.
I want Rohit to respond on to the second part of the question, that what is that you come and immediately come up. But the point what he made was very important. Your business outcome, your decision. And the answer is, think about of those low-hanging fruits that you can immediately impact your business right now. So based on the business lines, I think it's nothing called science, it's just a pure mathematics. The answer is, work with us and we'll make your bottom line improve 30% plus. Take a business decision. No Mangalore decision. Take a business decision of yours. And based on business decisions, let's start having an interactions on that. The second point I want to tell you is just 2 years down the line, you will find what? The new product design coming out from the team of that of yours. Today you will be looking at a very important one of 30% plus. Tomorrow you will be looking at a new revenue channel altogether. So it's not going to end up at today's of this level. You will be designing new product, new services from the same team, a new revenue channel for you. So it's a business decision, not even a short term, but also a long term for you to look at how you can design. I give you one statistics, and Bhaskar will agree with me. Top 100 companies around the world are looking like you to come to India, nowhere else. I repeat, top 100 companies of around the world are looking at India on same principles like yours today, as on today. And out of which, more than 50% looking for Karnataka. What I'm looking at you is, think about of your business decision, let us impact your bottom line positively and create a growth engine for you in coming years. I'll request Rohit and Bhaskar to add with me the second questions of yours.
Maybe I will just add on what Sanjeev talked about. Take it as a business decision. What you do when you start any new service? You give a RFP document and a tender. Use the same formula. Give your infrastructure cost, give your talent cost, whatever it is. We will create what it will come if you work from Mangalore. That is the financial. And I'm not talking about the talent and skill, which anyways it's there. But look completely from the bottom line. That's the ask.
Yeah. One of the things, that really worked for companies from Europe and US when they were looking at India 10 years ago, 15 years ago, was they knew about the cost advantages, but they did not know how to go about doing it. So a new concept was invented in India called BOT, Build, Operate, Transfer. So essentially, you engage an Indian company and tell them, look, we want to be in India. Can you start a team? Okay. So you sign a 3-year or a 5-year or a 7-year contract, and that company in India will build the entire team for you. Okay. And they will operate for you. They will share the cost advantages of being in India. And at the end of this term, at the end of 5 years, they will transfer all the people to your roles. So if you're opening a subsidiary in the country by then, they will transfer all of those employees to you, and you can take it forward from there. So I think at least 400, 500, more than that, and companies started into the country in that way. So first, some 15 years ago, they started outsourcing. Probably 10 years, later, they realized the advantage of outsourcing. They said, look, let us start in India. They were, probably apprehensive. So they did this BOT with local companies. And after that, I think in the last 5 years, they got confidence. They started operating on their own. And not just that. First, they came for cost advantages. Then they started staying back for the innovation advantages, the growth advantages, because they could do stuff that they could no longer do in their own countries. And that is the advantage of, that's the promise of India. Okay, I think that's a great way for you to tie up. There are multiple companies in Mangalore, probably with whom you can have the conversation on doing this, for you. But, that's just one way I thought, would be helpful. Yes.
Ajit, 1 minute for that. Your question was very valid about how do we do. So what the government of Karnataka has done is we have called impaneled people. Let's say you want to understand the legal compliance perspective first. So we call our legal person, have an interaction with you, give you the understanding, close it. Your legal understanding is clear, compliance is clear. Now the question comes up, okay, if I want to do this, how many time it will take, what documentations are required? So there's a partner for us who will work with you to give you that services immediately. Third one, you want to find out the space for you, which could require us. We have enabled partners. Micrographia is here with me, which is, in fact, all these services are available for them as well. They are here with me today. They have already set up a lot of offices across. So they will be able to help you to say, this is an office. Now you require what Mr. Rohit ji was talking about of Indian partner to start a build, operate, and transfer model, or your own organization, or the organization which are already serving the global clients like we just have, Mr. Sheikh was talking about. We can put those organizations in front of you. You can evaluate them. You can take understanding what is required. Micrographia can provide you end-to-end services. Somebody can provide you entire, the solution side of HR, accounting, etc. immediately. Or Indian company which can partner with you, become a build, operate, and transfer model. There are various ways. What I'm trying to say is, once you start engaging with us, we'll give you our impanel partners and your question and answered immediately. So just to let you know that if you want to raise your hand, say, okay, fine, let me have a conversation with you. The first conversation will happen by the Kdem team to understand what is the first step that you want to look into. These are the various ways that we operate upon. You say, okay, fine, I want to understand the compliance part. We start the journey from there. Or you start, okay, I have enough knowledge about India. I need to understand who is a partner who can help me to put up my office there. I'll put up Micrographia immediately and say, have an interaction with you. We will be also on the call. We will be also on the call from the Kdem and government side to enable this understanding of between of you, all of you. And that's the way we serve you in your journey towards starting an engagement, towards operationalizing and grounding of you successfully in the organization. And the last comes up is, then you become my partner in progress to bringing the other organizations which are willingly to look forward for Karnataka as a whole.
Yeah, just to add to that, I mean, one of the key things is, like I said earlier, the collaborative nature with which all the organizations in Mangalore work, it's amazing. I mean, like Sanjeev talked about Kdem, right? So Kdem is, providing that vision and the guidance. But on the ground, the kind of work CII, KCCI, and Canada Industry, Association, the kind of work they're doing, it really kind of, operationally it will help you in terms of whether you want to go by a BOT model or you want to set up your own company. For example, I mean, KCCI has all the different business of Mangalore as their members, right? Let's say if you want to set up your own company, and once the KDM gives you guidance, if you want to have a local chartered accountant and a company secretary, which is like absolutely must to start a company, right? So KCCI has this entire database where you can come to KCCI, meet the people, and you can then decide. That's one way. The other thing is, suppose you want to collaborate with the universities. I mean, if you want to get fresh graduates, then there's a good connect of CII, KCCI with all the colleges where we work directly with the recruitment officers there. So if you recently there's a company that came, they said, okay, they want to talk to a recruitment department of one particular college, and we facilitate that. So same way, we can actually facilitate that in terms of talent acquisition, right? And also in terms of infrastructure, or let's say even if you want to do your own office, and if you're looking for someone locally to just create those interiors for you. I mean, everybody is in that chambers database who can help. So operationally also, it becomes very easy for you to just come, express interest, engage with all of us, and then we will actually point to the right direction so that it'll be easy for you to kind of come and set up.
Mukesh, can I ask you to please come up front, please? Friends, I want to introduce you to Mr. Mukesh. He is based out, he's the young management graduate from a premium institution of India, IIMs, pass out, working for development of the Mangalore cluster. Your one point of contact is the young gentleman called Mukesh. Starting from here, then the entire chain that you're standing behind, that's the reason I said you please be in front. All of us are behind him. Whatever he is coming from, the voice of yours is made enabled through this semicircle which is standing behind him. So this is the one, this is the way, and this is the way that we say a partner for you for looking at Karnataka. Just a partner, and this one person is there with you. Any more questions, sir?
Yeah, we have one question from.
There is no, just finally, you already told, because our communication with the one person communication, okay? So make sure, so really Mr. Rohit and Bhaskar and Mohit, really today is very proud for Mangaloreans. And I got some secret from my competitor, expertise, because expertise is our competitor. Not big business, or there is one small business we are doing with the competing with us. They given some secret, okay? Anyhow, I think so. I already informed you that this Kdem is continue, because this is the not first road show. It will be continue. I think so. We are looking for Mangalore development. This is our plan. All Mangaloreans, whoever here sitting, they're looking for Mangalore development. But because of your support, all ASCOM, everybody's support, definitely we will communicate with you. Only one thing, keep it in mind, Saudi Arabia is changing, and your people has to study what is the local requirement, LCGPA, because they are very serious for LCGPA. Make sure you make the study of your legal, what you said, make the legal study, and then communicate with us to how to benefit, because Ashraf already told me that you can get benefit from this 500,000. It is a good, because I already noted. So due to this local government law at present is running, every month is changing. So we are here, we respect our earning land, because we always respect our MBS, because it is Saudi Arabia. I came here 1978, still I am in same land, Eastern Province. So that is my success, because I earn from, whatever Moise said, 3 people and 4 people. I started with 2 people, now it's ending up to 4,000 people. See, this is my achievement, because your hard work always, but the network is important. The Navigo and Kdem did a very good network system. Today is the good program. Really, I am very appreciate. I proud Mangaloreans, and all we are here. Behalf of all Mangaloreans, I say Kdem has done a great, successful program here. Thank you very much. Sorry for I have to leave, because I have to attend another meeting. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Do we have any other specific questions? This is your opportunity to ask our industry experts. Sanjeev, if you can.
No, I don't have a question, but I definitely like to appreciate. Good afternoon, everybody. It is a real pleasure to have you all here. And some of the things that we have seen are quite path-breaking. If you look at the macroeconomics, the largest remittances to India come from 2 countries, Saudi Arabia and the UAE. And if you look at that macroeconomics, and if you look at what percentage of it that you could channel towards Mangalore in trying to give services, and that is something that gives you the true potential. And I think as our friends in expertise have led the way, Asif, you have really set the tone. So if that is the kind of saving that can happen, not very long back I was heading a global organization here in Saudi Arabia. We had 5,000 people in India to do our engineering work, 5,000 people. And that was primarily because we recognized the value of, let's say, value centers. That's the way we can talk about it, not say cost or it is low No, the value. So we were competitive with our global contracts in front of our clients, be that, you know, NASA or the US government or anybody, was primarily because of the value that we could create. Wonderful. Congratulations to you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you, gentlemen. I have a query or worry about, Mangalore. I'm actually from Manipal, Mangalore, of course, yeah. I was educated there about 25 years ago. But what I find as a businessman or an investor here, when I think of back home, especially our coastal belt, my two concerns are, we have, unfortunate situation. One is the communal clashes, which is another worry. And obviously drug menace these days, what is happening. Now, as you address that, our, Prime Minister of the country is moving the economic forward, why isn't our, head of the country is addressing these kind of issues so that if you eliminate these things and make a better platform, we're not actually being in NREs, also you will attract foreign investors as well. So when there is a calm and serene environment, so all, the businessmen, they will come, just like in Saudi Arabia. We are in Saudi Arabia because there's a peace, there's a serenity, there's a platform, there is a law and equality. This is what we are here for. So why can't Mangalore create such a platform? See, now I'm thinking of moving to Bangalore where there is less communal tensions, other things. So what's your opinion on this? Thank you.
From an economic point of view, let me just give one statistics. From the labor perspective, complaints that has been registered in different states of India by the employee to an employer. There are states which has complaints 3 digits numbers, and there is a state called Karnataka which is a single digit number. So that means from economic value perspective, the relationship that we enable between the employer and the employee is very cordial. IT services is an organization which has been there for many decades. Millions of people of the employees are part of this. Not even a single union has been set up for ITs in India. Thanks to NASSCOM for driving this. Why? Because the employer and the employee relationship is so great. We talk about the diversity at a cross in the segment of IT services. In fact, 40% of the diversity is from the women workforce. I'm happy to share with you that the reforms which are happening at the ground level in the state of Karnataka is so promising that we are looking at 48 hours of the productivity within a week. It could be completed in 4 days itself, not even 5 days. Because some of the global clientage that we need to serve are on different timelines. So we need to extend a per day timeline so that it becomes easier for the productivity to go higher rather than going for a 5 days operations or a 6-day operations. That level of reform is happening. On top of it, the organizations are setting up cyber security workforce 100% women. G Healthcare set up their manufacturing plant with 100% women workforce. High tech, manufacturing, blue collar jobs, women workforce are coming into the system. And all the safety and security parameters, guidelines are being coming out by the departments to ensure that it's been fulfilled by the employers when they are looking at this. And we felicitate that, enable that to make it happen. I think that's the way that we have been seeing this part. Having said this, can we say that there will be no noise? There would be some noise. But as a department and as an industry, we collaborate to kill that noise as well. Because we work only for one reason, which is the growth of a company of yours, and then well-being of the citizens of the state. Simple. Don't go anywhere else at all. I hope I clarified to some extent. Rest is Amen.
I mean, I like to share my experience. In 2013, when I set out to start the company in Mangalore, if you remember, 2012, I think, was one of those communal incidents which was made a lot of noise in the media, social media, right? And the question that I got asked, especially my management, when they Googled out Mangalore, that came up as one of the top searches. So they asked the question, there are these problems. I mean, do you really want to set up the office there? I think I took a leap of faith, and in there, what I realized is, it's been 10 years now. There's no impact at all in my business, no impact in my employees. We have employees from all different communities. I think it's about, what I personally feel is, as long as you're not as long as, you are doing your work and you're improving your business and you're being socially active, it doesn't really impact the business, in my opinion. I mean, of course, there have been some incidents which, there are always some, bad elements in every society. We just have to ignore and run our business and be part of the overall growth of the society. I mean, that's what we are focused on, and I don't see any impact as such from whatever small incident that we see. I mean, that's my personal take.
I can add a couple of things because we are operating from 2001 and we have seen these things. And I would say we have 45% of our employees, ladies employees working with us, and we are working 24/7 operation, which is like we have a pickup drop at 12, 1, 2. We have 16 shifts, I would say, that would give the answer like, what about the safety? We have a safety, these things like laws, what has been kept by the government, and we are following it until today, and our operation has not been stopped, not even for a minute. That is something what I would add here, so that it gives you the picture, like when you say that there is an issue, yes, there was some issues what was running before, but on our operation side, with the government support, we didn't had any problems, and we are still running without any problems, and that is the reason we are still in Mangalore and running very successfully here. Thank you.
My take on this, don't trust us, whatever we are saying. I will tell you only one thing. Just ask any of the organization how many times their BCP has got kicked in. It's 0. And that's what it comes in media, what we talk about. I say don't trust us, don't trust media. Go with exactly the number says. BCP is exactly 0. In terms of diversity, I will just take quick 30 seconds. BCP is basically your business continuity planning. If there's anything happens, then BCP kicks in. The other city will take it over from there. It's absolutely 0. Now, if I talk about diversity and inclusion, it's in public domain. Our organization, if you know Accenture, where Sanjeev was working earlier, their diversity ratio is exactly 48% right now. And their headcount is more than 2 lakh in India. That's the diversity we are talking about. There are organizations, their global leadership positions are marked as a diversity where we are not only talking about gender, but it also includes different diversities. So that's the focus area. I will just take a pause. We won't just take questions.
This is Majid. Actually, today I'm impressed and amazed with all service provided from Mangalore. Actually, it's my plan now to visit the city and see where it's going. Yeah. In terms of, we are facing difficulty and challenges with engineering solutions, with some of the consultancy for new products to make the operation safe. And I think I get some answer for my question, so we'll be in touch with Mr. Mukesh. Yes, we'll be in touch with him, and hopefully we can find some of the solution for our challenges. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Any more questions? Kasim bhai?
Better late than never.
So what I was thinking is, even our region is known as place for the intellectuals. How come all these years we have not realized this one? So much of talents going out of the place and going to other regions, and we have not realized how we could have retained it. So even being in this part of the region from last more than 2-3 decades, I've been thinking of that. So much of talents over there in terms of education or hospital sector or any other sector. Now, as you said about the IT, and we didn't know all these statistics and all. Thanks for giving us all these things. And definitely we can go over this, and not only in this one, other regions of the Middle East also this can be presented, I feel. Thank you.
Mukesh, if you can pan to the right there, the gentleman there, if you have any questions, sir.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, everyone, to give me this chance to represent our team, Al Yamama Group, and to give us this opportunity to understand from your end how to support the business to improve the current operations through the new model. Also, I came for my mind when we came the Corona pandemic. I think all businesses go for this model to handle the operations through the offshore team or the back office. But my question here, how to overcome that challenge? Currently, we are facing a lot of issues to handle the manpower activity. Different section, different department. He suffering many times to handle the manpower activity. How to overcome about this challenge to handle the same activity remotely or through the offshore team, and how to meet also the regulation to overcome about this point. Thank you.
I think, Rohit, you want to answer this question? Facing a problem with the HR, talent problem. If we do an outsourcing here, how does it solve the problem?
Yeah. So, no. Yeah.
So I will take that. HR operations, it's one of, I think, when we started offshoring and operations from India, we know what exactly HR operations and what kind of support we can do it from there. Whether it's a payroll, whether you talk about talent management, anything, there are different modules. It's getting managed by India. What we can do is, along with, obviously, the first touch point would be Mukesh. We would like to welcome you, come to India, or maybe a virtual call, we can do that. Along with the organization, those who are managing HR operations there. That could be one of the case study which you can pick up from them, what kind of impact they're creating on the bottom line, and then what kind of quality they are delivering. I think that would be the starting point. And then from there onwards, we will connect, as Sanjeev talked about, we'll connect you to the right people, how you can set it up. It could be a different flexible model, whether you want to do a managed services or whether you want to do a BOT. It completely depends on your organizational strategy.
Yeah, I think the most important thing is to start a conversation. I think, all of us have handled challenges and situations of, varying nature. I remember in the year 2001, a Hewlett-Packard company had reached out to us, okay, and asked us to build software for a new line of printers, okay, that they were building. It was, that printer was not yet introduced anywhere in the world, but they identified us on the Apple website. They came down to Mangalore and they asked us to build the software. And at that time, the talent was not available anywhere in the country. Anywhere in India, it was not available. We had some expertise on that because Apple recommended them to come and speak to us. We did that, and over a period of probably next 10 years, we worked with them closely. Every printer of Hewlett-Packard that was sold anywhere in the world contains software that was built by us. Okay, every printer. So if you see it, a printer, any country in the world, it had software built by RoboSoft. So what I'm trying to tell here is that when you start conversation with us, India as a country has solved so many of the problems in the world, in the field of IT, in the field of business process operations, and HR operations, and we can definitely help you speak to the right person between us, be it in the national level, be it in the state level, or be it in the local level, and guide you in the right way. And as a country, we have built a lot of credibility for servicing our customers, and we go about it in a very honest manner, and we will make sure that it is a win-win for both of us, be it the partner companies in India and you as our customer. Yes, I hope it. Yes.
Actually, to my knowledge, right, I think last 2 decades, there are many, many global companies doing their HR operation from India. I know there is a fear now because it's just a beginning. So that's where, of course, one model we spoke about, BOT, you can tie up with any of the companies who have already done that successfully. But just to elaborate on the other side, if you want to set up yourself, right, you can work with the companies where the model that we get into, I mean, we are into services, but there are other companies who do support. What we do is, we send some of the experts, seniors who understand that to your location on site. And they are here for 2-3 months, understand the whole process, document it, then go back, train people. And then we have something called transition phase, where we continue to operate parallelly between on-site and offshore for a while, make you comfortable, then move on to complete offshore. That's the model we typically work for IT services or any of these managed services operations back in India. I think that'll be perfect because that has to work, because till the transition is successful, right, it won't be transitioned completely for offshore. And it's been proven, the last 2-3 decades, many companies have done worldwide. So we can assure you that that will work.
Thank you.
One more thing on that front, maybe he may be referring to the compliances of the local rule. HR is very sensitive in that, they should have the local team in the HR. Expats are not allowed to work in the HR, so there are so many local compliances issue. That could be the one point which he was referring to. But there are repetitive processes in HR also, clerical processes in HR, which is repeating every month. So those kind of processes, definitely you can do it from a remote location. And for the compliances part, you can have the local working in your office, matching, to the compliances of the local law. That could.
So this is something which I was working on, and it's very close to my heart on HR operations. I can name it. It's IKEA, and they started around 2 years back, and I was Chief Strategy Officer for Global Business Operations. And we were managing HR operations for India, Manila, US, and China from India. So I think there are different models. We can take it offline, and we can work towards that. It's easily doable.
And through this, I want to share to all of you is that what government also does is your skill requirement and the skill development cost and the person perfectly productive available to you, not at your cost, at the cost of the government. So you say 10 positions or 100 positions, these are the roles, these are the skills required. Give me a certification of this skill onto this particular person. We will supply that talent to you with the cost of the government. And just what I want to share with all of you. That's another way that we help you to solve your talent issues while you look at Karnataka.
We can take the last question for the day, if we have any. If not, Mukesh, you can do the vote of thanks and then we can break for lunch.
Hi all, salam. So first of all, I thank all of you for being here. I mean, it actually meant us a lot. And first of all, let me thank Sanjeev ji and also Rohit Bhatt and Mr. Bhaskar Verma from NASCOM from coming down from Bangalore to here for the presentation. And also I would like to thank our all partners. Let me name them. Novigo Solutions, Micrographio, Glow Touch, Petrocon Engineers, 99 Games, and also ZMZ Events. So Mr. Zahir, who has put all this show here, so he has reached out to all of you. He made sure that you came here. So a big thanks to ZMZ event for putting up this show. And also my sincere thanks to all the partners, local partners here, who have helped us, I mean, voluntarily supporting us, expertise group, any others here. So thank you, thank you. Please visit Mangalore, reach out to us for any other queries. Thank you all.
Before we
Yeah, before we break for lunch, we all can have a photo here. So
we request all of you to join us
all
for
of
a
you
group
to
picture.
Join us for the photo.
Hello. Hello. We'll break for lunch now. We'll be happy to take questions while we have our lunch, and we can again, take the questions after the lunch as well. We are here till 4 p.m. in the evening.
Please hand over the LOE. If any of you filled up the LOE, please hand it over to me.